Welcome to Papillion UnScripted. I'm Michael Severe, the place to go to hear from people who truly help make Papillion feel like home. Joining us today is a man that's been doing that for at least 25 years. Tom Krupski joining us here, Papillion Shoe Repair.
Correct.
Yes. 25 years, is that right?
25 years at that location, 31 years total.
Wow.
So it's been a long, different ride.
And just feels like it's time.
It's time. I am at that age where, you know what I mean? It's just have some of my own time for a while.
Where'd you grow up?
Grew up in South Omaha.
Nice.
Nice, good family. Lived across the baseball park.
Yeah.
So of course every day you'd have to play baseball, you know, stuff like that. And unfortunately, had no talent, so the majors was nowhere in sight. I have a brother to this day still believes he's going to be called up to pitch hit for the Yankees and win the World Series.
They got a lot of injuries right now, the Yankees. So
maybe a different team.
Maybe a different team.
But,
did you go to Omaha South?
I went to Gross High School.
Oh, okay.
I was a Cougar.
Nice.
Many, many years ago. Did a lot of sports. It's amazing that every year away from there was just that much better.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like I was like right now I'm like a legend. So
Hall of Famer.
yes, yep. I'm kind of taking it to the next step.
When did you start with shoes? When did you start fixing shoes?
Well, in 1991, there was not a good job market.
Yeah.
And everybody's dream was to be self-employed and be the next billionaire, millionaire, whatever. So I pursued that adventure. I always was good with my hands. And shoe repair, you could get into for a reasonable amount of money. You didn't have to mortgage the house to start the business. And 31 years later, I think it's time to call it quits.
Your original shop was in Ralston?
Original shop was in Ralston. And then by coincidence, I bought the gentleman out. It was called Gage Shoe Repair in Papillion. He was the gentleman that actually taught me the business.
Really, like your mentor?
My mentor, if you want to call cheap labor, or actually free labor, but that's okay.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
It was a different downtown, obviously, than when you first moved in. Kind of walk us through what the feel was. Who was your next door neighbor? What was there when you originally moved in?
Wow, there is, well, I've been there 25 years, and there's probably been over 100 businesses that came and went.
Wow.
I mean, a lot.
Was the barber shop there when you
first
opened?
The barber shop has been there forever.
Okay. There was a hardware store there.
Hardware store. Butch was a great guy, even though you don't want to tell him that. He worked that business for 35 years. You go around the corner, there was Ron's Automotive.
Okay. Nice
guy that they're redeveloping right now. A.G. Edwards. They've been there for 30 years.
Oh, wow.
Which is very nice.
Yeah.
There's a dog grooming business.
Yes.
Karen's Castle Critter. Yeah. They've been there almost 30 years.
Wow.
Nobody really, you know, I mean, they do good business.
Yeah.
But it's, it seems like the people that can survive in downtown Papillion are service-oriented. Over the years, a lot of trinket shops have come and gone. It's a tough business.
Yeah, well, we have 3 boutiques right along that little stretch of women's clothes, and they all do pretty well.
They do okay.
Yeah.
It's just, it's a tough business right now. In a lot of ways, I like the way downtown Papillion is going. Yeah. And in other ways, we need to give the service people a little bit more notoriety. And that's okay. It is what it is.
Yeah, and that's what we're trying to do. I'm trying to do series on that. What's missing from downtown, in your opinion? What could we use down there that maybe we don't have right now?
You would give me a tough question.
Well, it leads to the next question.
We need somebody to do some true investing down there. We've had some good one. A.G. Edwards, excellent. Kevin on the corner, he did an excellent job with that. They developed the mall behind me, and Ron's, what used to be Ron's Automotive, I don't know what that's going to be, but it looks good. I don't have a definitive what's needed. It's just kind of like whoever it is needs to work the business. They need to be there. They can't just show up.
Sure.
You can't throw an art gallery in there and come on the weekends. You're not going to make it. You have to have some kind of personal touch.
So what do you think ends up in your spot?
So many people want that particular spot.
Really?
but it's in really bad disrepair. It seriously needs to be upgraded and fixed.
And it's been a shoe store.
It's been a shoe
shop.
store, as far as I know, since 1959.
Wow. So
Yeah.
it would take almost a complete clearing out of there to start over.
They'd have to gut it, start from finish. And it would take somebody with some serious money to do it right.
Yeah.
I don't know what exactly would go in there.
You got somebody on the hook?
I don't own the building.
Oh, okay.
Thank God I don't own that building.
You have to deal with that.
I have to deal with enough stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everybody comes in with the vision of wanting to have a beauty salon, a photography studio, stuff like that. It might work. It's a lot depends on the individual that goes in there and wants to do the work.
Yeah.
You know, wants to put the effort into it. As far as you can't just have something and show up every once in a while. You got to have a true business that wants to be worked.
We have had so many businesses over the years that work by people like you. You know, one person working in there doing a service that we all need, whether it's people who used to make hats or repairing shoes. Are you worried we're losing that?
We're definitely losing that. To be self-employed, insurance is outrageous. I'm fortunate. I married way out of my league. Put the thumbs up so she hears that one, and I can go off of her benefits. She's a surgical nurse.
Oh, okay.
So it's very good. But as far as overhead, it's just to a point where it's ridiculous. And unfortunately, the more popular the area is, such as Papillion, the overhead goes up.
Understand.
So it's kind of like, I don't know. But I don't foresee one-man operations lasting much longer.
That's interesting.
You know, the business is still very good, but I got old. You know what I mean? It just, one day I woke up old.
Yeah, that happens. So let me ask you about, how much do you think you're going to miss this? This is something you've been doing every day for all of these years, and all of a sudden you turn it off?
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. I have a lot of friends. A lot of them are stopping by saying, like, it's about time you left. You know, stuff like that. Very few people give me a true compliment, but they're good about it. I've worked, up until last year, I was working 50 hours a week. Now I'm working just a mere 45 hours a week.
That's it, right?
I mean, kind of a slacker.
I understand.
But it's good. I'm going to miss it a lot. I'm going to miss Papillion a lot.
Yeah.
I might actually start getting involved in community stuff. I couldn't before, because if you're a one-man person stuck in a shop,
Right.
you're a target for a lot of eccentrics. Other than my relatives, but
Right.
you know, those go.
Everybody I told people that I was interviewing you, they all said the same thing. You have a pretty unique rapport with your customers.
You try.
Yeah.
You can't please everybody, but you try. That's all you can do.
Give them a hard time.
Me, never. Oh, God, never.
That's not what I heard.
Oh, you heard wrong. I'm kind of like a ray of sunshine.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
I'm going to take the winter off. I may not even get out of my pajamas. I might just spend the whole winter in the house. And I've got projects. There's always something to do around the house. My daughter, she bought a small acreage.
Oh,
So I'm going to spend some time out there. You know
and time with your dogs.
Oh, definitely times with my dogs
Yeah.
and time with her dogs.
Oh, nice. Tell us about your dogs, because your dogs are pretty popular. People like your dogs.
Okay, about 15 years ago, I started taking a giant rescue Newfoundland by the name of Josh, who,
Those are such big dogs.
oh,
Wow.
he was just such a good dog, but he did not have a long life, unfortunately. But Josh was a babe magnet. Oh my gosh. A guy would come, a grumpy guy would come in the shop, and he could care less, but a cute girl with a squeaky voice would come in there, and this dog would start juggling. Try to compete with that. I mean, it's like. Then after I lost Josh, unfortunately, too early, and then I got brother and sister, Casey and Gracie. And Casey was an enormous Newfoundland. He weighed over 170.
Wow.
And his sister, same litter, Gracie, was about 155. So I'd be walking through the neighborhood, through downtown, the downtown dogs, about 4 times a day with like 325 pounds worth of dogs.
Wow.
And people, well, do they pull you? Oh, heck no, I was pulling them. They wanted to take their time. Then I lost them guys, unfortunately, because it's just, dogs don't live long enough.
Yeah.
And now the present ones I have is an English Springer Spaniel, the brown and white one. You guys probably see a lot. And his sister, a little Newfoundland. She's only like 130, so she's kind of petite.
That is small. Yeah.
But it's amazing how people really, really like the dogs and find them interesting.
Yeah, we all love dogs. That's just
Most people love dogs.
People who
and
love
then
dogs, you can't trust those people.
a few months ago, my wife put a post that I wasn't going to be there and had a picture of Jack, the Springer Spaniel, sitting up on the front counter. And I must have had 50 replies of, yeah, improved customer service. I don't quite understand that part of it.
See?
Because I'm kind of like a ray of sunshine.
You didn't just fix shoes. You did a number of different things.
Everything.
Yeah, give me one of the more unique requests.
I do baseball gloves.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I do Harley vests.
Yeah, I've seen some of those. You actually put the patches on?
I put a lot of patches. I probably have 10 or 15 clubs. And they're the best, the bikers are some of the best, most sincere people on the face of the earth. People bring me stuff. I try to repair. There's some stuff you can't. Some stuff I do that I didn't realize I could.
Yeah, you did. I was talking to the folks over at Papillion Historical Society. And on the second floor of the solder house, they have an organ in there.
Yeah, okay.
When they first got it, the bands were bad.
Yeah.
And you got new bands for them? Or
Yeah, I
fixed
got
them?
special webbing, and that was through Red. Red was a great guy. Red Timmerman. Still is a great guy.
Supplier for you?
No, he was part of the Historical Society.
Oh, okay. Haven't met him.
Yeah, and they haven't met, then they want a couple pieces, which I think is nice. They want a couple pieces out of my shop to put in the museum. I think that's kind of nice.
That's awesome. Well, they said thank you still after all these years of
Yeah.
getting that fixed, and that organ's still working great.
Well, it happens. Every once in a while you do something right.
Message you want for customers?
Just to thank everybody. It was a very good ride. Thank you. I'm going to miss a lot of them. There's a few I won't. You guys know who you are, but
Yeah.
it was a good ride.
Yeah. I tell everybody out there, I asked you a few months ago to do it. Then the mayor called on my behalf. Now, did he threaten you or anything? How did he get you on?
I talked to my wife.
Oh, okay.
She's the sensible one of all this. I could care less. I'm kind of a... But yeah, no, she made me do it. And
Yeah.
though I am the head of the household.
Oh, I understand.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I just thought about just make her happy. So,
Happy wife, happy life.
Oh, that's to be said.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, for all the people that have had things fixed in your shop and that you've helped, we all thank you for the
Well,
years.
thank you. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thank you. It was great coming on.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Join us again next time when we hear from someone who helps make Papillion feel like home.